Good evening, South Tama Trojan fans. Welcome to the first winter broadcast of the 2024-25 season. We are live from the STC Roundhouse as the South Tama Girls Wrestling team kicks off their season tonight with their home invitational tournament. This has become an annual affair since the sport was sanctioned a couple of years back. And you can see here we've got a gym packed full of wrestlers, parents, coaches, everybody under the sun. We are kind of full to the gills tonight. I'm Darvin Graham. I'm joined by my co-host this evening, Jeff Byer. And we're going to have mostly South Tama coverage tonight. We've got a lot of wrestling going on. We got 4 mats happening this evening. And our broadcast here is going to focus primarily on South Tama. There is a second broadcast happening this evening through Flow Wrestling, so they've got a mat on every, a camera on every mat. And so if you're looking for a comprehensive coverage and you happen to be subscribed to Flow Wrestling, you can check that out and kind of get a full comprehensive look there. But tonight here on Trojan Country, we're going to be focusing on South Tama's action.
I'd like to announce the schools that are here tonight. AGWSR Cougars, Aplington-Parkersburg Falcons, BCLUW Storm, Benton Community Bobcats, BGM Bears, Center Point-Urbana Storm and Pointers, the Grinnell Tigers, Iowa Valley Tigers, Meskwaki Warriors, Mount Vernon Mustangs, Ogden Bulldogs, Solon Spartans, Union Knights.
So we're just getting some PA announcing things kind of squared away, and then we're
house cleaning done.
We're going to be underway here shortly, though. 5 p.m. start. Everything I think has gone smoothly today. It's bitter cold outside, and glad to be indoors for our next upcoming season here. All right, we're going to have the national anthem, and then we'll have wrestling coming your way in just a couple moments.
Is performed by senior Journey Verdula.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, coaches, wrestlers, keep an eye on the scoreboard.
Okay, so we are ready to go here. That was Journey Verdula, South Tama student and wrestling cheerleader, singing the national anthem.
Let's get ready to wrestle.
We're ready to roll here. You can hear Matt Probasco, the in-house voice of the South Tama Trojans, doing the PA announcing tonight. And we are going to start things off at the 100-pound weight class. So they're just starting right at the top of the list and heading down.
Yep. Lower weights will begin. Again, 4 mats. And controlled chaos is a word you can use.
So we are going to try and, let's see
Well,
here.
back in the day when they had district wrestling, he had two mats going at once. You thought that was chaos. You got 4 of them here tonight.
Yeah. So South Tama is going to look first to Java Gomez. She's a freshman. And she'll be wrestling down here on mat 4.
Mat 4 right in front of us here. Okay. We've got matches underway. 2-minute periods. And a takedown right away for the South Tama wrestler here on mat 4. Nice start. Jumps right on, jump right ahead there. And again,
So the opponent for Gomez is Olivia Port of Vinton-Shellsburg. She's a freshman.
Early takedown and now a reversal to make it 4-2 for the South Tama wrestler in the first match here. This is 105 pounds, right?
100 even.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the scoreboard says 105,
105?
so I would just...
Well, unless they're maybe... No, I think you're right, Jeff. Okay, so
I'm just
we are at
following the
105.
scoreboard, okay.
So I see maybe we didn't have a lot of 100-pounders because I just see one on the list there, or maybe there's some that got a bye. We didn't get a look at the brackets. They didn't release them until just now, so...
Well, it's still 4-2, but now the Vinton-Shellsburg wrestler is in control right now. And again, this is Gomez from South Tama in her first match of the evening. And let's see. Other mats are going. So this is Gomez of South Tama leading 4-2, but the Vinton-Shellsburg wrestler is Port.
Yep, Port.
Okay.
Olivia Port.
Olivia, and she just scored a reversal here. It's 4-2. And we're closing in on the end of the first period here again. 3 2-minute periods.
Yes.
Okay. So after, there's a little reversal here by the Vinton-Shellsburg wrestler, and the pin is recorded at the end of the period. Will it count?
It does, it looks like. Yep. So that's going to be a pin for Olivia Port of Vinton-Shellsburg. South Tama's first wrestler will take a loss by fall.
And that was right at the end of the first period there. So Gomez had a good start, led 4-0, but then that reversal and the tide turned, and the Vinton wrestler Port, she had control of the rest of the first period. I mean, that takedown was right away. I mean, the first 15 seconds or so, maybe 20 seconds.
On the other side of your screen here, we've got on mat 3, Solon's Cara Videpo taking on Benton Community's Cabry Dixon. Videpo up big in that one, 13-0. Getting close to a tech fall. And back here on mat 4, currently no other South Tama wrestlers up on the mats.
It's AGWSR in the purple, and I think is that Benton?
Benton Community, yep. So for AGWSR, it's Addison Hovey. She's a sophomore taking on Caitlin Goldner of Benton, and she's a senior.
This at 115 pounds. Good start for the Bobcat wrestler. Let's see, okay. Trying to get a look at the names on the uniforms.
Oh, yeah, I know. With 17 teams here tonight, it's a little...
Because the Benton, actually, Benton girl, the quick pin there. So that was quick.
Yeah, and it just as you get,
30 seconds into the first period. And
that was Goldner with the win by fall there.
So good start for them.
So now up on mat 3, Alyssa Kriegel from South Tama. She's a sophomore.
Okay.
Taking on Eva Kriegel. So 2 Kriegels here. Eva Kriegel from Iowa Valley.
All right, we're on mat 3, and that's to our left as we're watching. Okay. And the Iowa Valley Kriegel has a takedown right away. And we have another, is this another South Tama wrestler on mat 4?
Let's see here.
120?
Yes, on mat 4. So that's London Jeanette. She's a sophomore.
Okay.
taking on Jadelyn Hun from Solon.
Okay. Okay. I misread the scoreboard. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
earlier.
okay. So yeah,
All
so
right.
it looks like Hun up 3-0 on Jeanette.
Okay. And the Kriegel match continues. The Iowa Valley Kriegel on top early 3-0 on mat 3 and has been in control since the start. And a pin for the Kriegel. The Iowa Valley Kriegel defeating the South Tama Kriegel.
So that was Eva Kriegel with the win by fall over Alyssa Kriegel, the sophomore from South Tama. Opening round action, I believe we do have some buys in effect here, so we're not going to see everybody on the mats in this first round.
So Iowa Valley leads the Kriegel matches 1-0.
There you go. Kriegel Bowl.
And then we got the South Tama wrestler here, Jeanette on mat 4.
Jeanette trailing Jadelyn Hun of Solon 3-0.
And now there's an attempt at a reverse here for Jeanette. Just trying to wrap around, and it's getting close, but not quite there. Jeanette's trying to escape that lap. She couldn't quite do it.
And Hun comes back around and the reversal
She was about 3/4 of the way out of that one and just couldn't quite, muster the strength to get off. As the Solon wrestler had the hands.
So Jeanette kind of
Pretty good
escapes
grip.
without giving up any more points. We
Yeah.
go to the second period here.
Again, this is mat 4 right in front of us. And again, we've seen in the matches that we've seen so far, it seems like you have one wrestler gets up early, gets that takedown real early in the period, and then kind of holds on.
Right.
Except for the Gomez couldn't quite accomplish in the first match of the day. As Jeanette is again trying to make that turn. Yep. Now, she's the Solon wrestler trying to hold on, and there's your reversal for Jeanette, and it's a tie match here in the
So
second.
London Jeanette, just like that.
She was that close to getting out of it in the first period,
Yeah.
and now she got out of it that time.
Minute to go, left in the second.
We have another South Tama wrestler coming up on match 3, I believe, here.
Yep. That looks
135?
to be,
According to the scoreboard, it says 135.
yeah.
Okay, Jeanette trails 4-3, and now takes the lead here at 6-4 on a reverse there.
So on the left side of your screen here, this is South Tama's Ava Perkins. She's a sophomore taking on Mira Biederstadt from BGM.
Okay. And Jeanette still leading 6-4. Half a minute to go, got the pin. Here on mat 4. So there's your first South Tama win of the night.
London Jeanette wins by fall over Jadelyn Hun of Solon.
3:34 of the match for the pin there. So nice start. Again, she was down early. And again, almost there in the first period, couldn't quite escape. Made that escape in the second period and then took control. So a good comeback there.
So on the left side of your screen here, we've got South Tama's Ava Perkins leading Mira Biederstadt 3-0. Early first period action. Perkins working on top, trying to get the turn. Controlling that left arm well. And she's controlling her opponent pretty well here so far in the first.
He's got that. Trying to turn her. There you go. Now we're getting
Perkins got her
close.
flattened out. Let's see if she can get the pin, and she
Got it.
does. Second pin of the day here for South Tama, Ava Perkins.
118 of the match. So there's 2 in a row for the South Tama wrestlers there is, again, using that good leverage. She had control pretty much that whole round there, and then used leverage and then got that little extra and turned her opponent, and a pin for South Tama. So 2 in a row there, and they'll move on. And we just had a pin here at mat 4.
So things moving pretty quickly here.
That was BGM, the winner there over Union Community. Another pin on mat 1. So we're racking up the pins here early in the first round here. This 125, that's a 125 match going on mat 2 right now.
So we've got a 130 and the rest are 125s. We're moving along quite quickly.
We got a Center Point-Urbana West Delaware match now on mat 4. And no South Tama wrestlers right now, but we've got 4 mats going continuously. Crowd is still filing in, still a few good seats.
South Tama returning 4 of their 5 state qualifiers from last year. Autumn Ellsbury, now a junior for South Tama. She was a runner-up for STC at 170 last year. And Abigail Chima comes back. She's just the only senior on this squad, so a leader role for her this year. She was a state qualifier last year, I believe, was a place winner the year before, but got swept in the first 2 rounds last year. And Kinley Jimenez coming back as well. She's a sophomore, and at 235, she was a qualifier and also got swept after 2 in the first 2 rounds. So some firepower coming back for South Tama. Maylee Ellsbury, the state champion wrestler from a couple of years ago, is on and graduated to and now wrestling for William Penn over in Oskaloosa. And so it looks like next, so at 125, South Tama has a bye. Sophomore Keely Holloway started with a bye, and she'll face either Anna O'Rear of West Delaware or Sienna White of BCLUW. At 130, South Tama's Brooklyn Mitchell also has a bye. She'll face Taya Sincox of BGM in the second round.
At 135, we just had Center Point-Urbana with a pin over West Delaware at 135. Here on mat 4.
South Tama at 135. Ava Perkins
won her match.
Yep. And so she's going to face Cecilia Grip of Williamsburg, who got a first round bye. And at 140, just kind of going down our lineup here, Willow Cole, a freshman for South Tama. She got a first round bye. She'll take on Kaya Shuey of Grinnell in the second round.
Okay, we got mat 4 in front of us. AGWSR versus Williamsburg. After the Center Point-Urbana wrestler won by pin. Another near fall here, yes, another pin on mat number 3 to our left. That was Aplington-Parkersburg there, the Falcons with a win there.
Meskwaki Settlement in attendance here. I believe they've got maybe 4 or 5 wrestlers I saw warming up. Ashlyn Capeyu, a junior, is currently leading 3-2 over on mat number 2. She's taking on Skylar Hoyt of Iowa Valley.
It's now 7-3.
Oh, 7 to, okay, yep, there you go.
Yeah. We're right in front of Iowa Valley.
Yeah, right there.
Yep. They've got some
Capeyu in a little bit of trouble, and she's gonna
pin.
She goes down by fall. But good to see Meskwaki with some numbers on their program this year. Andre Roberts, the coach, he's been a long-time coach out there, and
I believe their boys are sharing, I think, with
sounds right.
East Marshall and GMG, I think.
Yep, I think that sounds right too. I don't know how many of from their school they've got out, but
I did see that.
Oh, here we've got a South Tama wrestler up on mat 3. This is Maylee Rucker, freshman.
135.
At 135, she's looking pretty good here. She's taking on Michaela Keller of Solon, and she's got her on one shoulder, trying to work that right shoulder back over. Keller comes back to the center.
There's some leverage right there. There's a chance and a pin.
And a pin,
Yep.
Maylee Rucker
56 seconds. That's,
coming out strong.
that's 3 pins in a row for South Tama. And then, of course, well, one match, the first match, Gomez fell by a pin.
South Tama will have some wrestlers kind of unattached, so to speak, this evening, as they kind of have that benefit of hosting and being able to put multiple wrestlers in at a weight class to kind of fill up the bracket.
Filling the brackets, yep.
Yeah. So I think we've got a couple, maybe 2 or 3 at the 135 weight.
Here on mat 4, Williamsburg and AGWSR. After one period, AGWSR 7-6. So a lot of scoring in that first round. Huh?
For the Cougars, it's Aspen McStockard, and she's taking on Valerie Altenhofen of Williamsburg here.
All right, mat 3, we've got some action. Another near pin opportunity here. It's at 145. I think it's Benton Community.
Yeah, Benton Community has Jordan Vocal.
And there's a quick, easy pin.
And she gets a pin over Kimora Owens. So a lot of these matches going through pretty quickly. We're seeing a lot of pins here in this first round.
And
Tried to go ahead, Jeff.
we've seen that there's been a lot of action, not a lot of standing around. I mean, they're going right after each other.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
And now the Williamsburg wrestler here in mat 4 leads 10-7 in the second period. That's seen a lot of scoring here.
Tie. Let's see here. Yeah, 10-7. Then Altenhofen leading.
We got mat number 2, Vinton-Shellsburg and AGWSR there at 135. And we got a pin here for the Williamsburg wrestler at 140. So quick work there.
On the left side of your screen, on mat 3, it's Kyra Cox of Appleton-Parkersburg Grundy Center taking on Mo Brown of Benton Community. We're up in the 190-pound class here, so we're getting through this first round pretty quickly here.
Looks like we're gonna have a South Tama wrestler coming up here on the mats here in just a moment. At 155. And it looks like South Tama versus Union coming up mat 4 right in front of us here.
This is going to be Ioletta Kingbird, sophomore from South Tama. She's taking on Ella Wagner of Union. Kingbird wrestled last year as a freshman.
And Vinton-Shellsburg just got a pin at the mat 2 over AGWSR. So another quick match there.
On the right side of your screen, South Tama's Ioletta Kingbird in the black and white across the middle.
Good start, and
she'll
give her
score
2.
the takedown.
3. Again, good start. Take control early. We've seen quite a few matches this way. Quick takedowns in the first 15, 20 seconds of the match here.
Kingbird finished last season with a 25-10 record.
Pretty solid. That's good.
Would love to get her sophomore year started off with a win.
Leading 3-0. A minute left to go here in this first of 3 potential rounds here. And now she's got her on her back. Ooh, close. Not quite there. Just couldn't quite finish the job there, but still in control.
On the left side of your screen, Meskwaki Settlement's Carson Wolf, a sophomore, is taking on Grace Hammer of Ogden. Hammer with the takedown.
Now Hammer put the hammer on that one.
Yeah, she
It's gonna
did.
be close. Yep, got a quick pin there.
And that'll be
43 seconds.
Yeah, that'll be a fall for
190.
Wolf. Kingbird leading 3-0 against Wagner of Union on the right side of your screen here.
Again, with the early takedown, and has been in control so far. As again, she's trying to get the pin here. We're down to 10 seconds in the first round of 3. Kingbird has been the aggressor so far with that early takedown. It looks like it'll be 3-0 at the end of the first, and that's where we stop right there. So a good solid start.
Yeah, Kingbird with the 3-point lead. Like to see get the legs involved a little bit more. She's done a good job controlling from the upper half, but will really need the power from her hips and legs to sort of make that turn and get her opponent turned over. Of course, she's going to have to score a takedown here starting neutral. We'll see if she can kind of progress that way.
Well, I will say though, these competitors are really they're doing a lot of attempts to try to get that takedown.
Yeah, staying active. It's good to see. This has got to be an exciting day. Kind of a couple weeks of practice.
Yeah, first meet of the year. You're kind of geared up. You get to wrestle somebody else.
Yep.
It's kind of like football. You've hit you hit your teammates for 3 weeks. Now it's time to
put it all together and see what you got.
See what you have against some opponents here.
Kingbird with the wrist control, just trying to fight her way in.
Still 3-0
on Wagner.
1:15 to go here in the second.
And it looks like this might be the last match of the first round because we've got all action stopped on the other mats.
Yep. Now we're back to 100. Yep. In just a moment. As again, they started in the neutral position, and then Kingbird gets the takedown, and now a 6-0 lead for Kingbird at 1:55 here for South Tama. Again, has been in control so far here. Attempting to be aggressive, attempting to get that pin, can't quite make the turn there.
We'll have about a 10-minute wait time on a few of the mats.
So still 6-0 here, 30 seconds to go. Second of 3 rounds of wrestling here is Kingbird again with 2 takedowns. And again, in control. She has been in control of this match for about 98% of it so far. Again, trying to make that turn. The Union wrestler is doing a nice job of staying with it, but Kingbird has been, the aggressor has been in control, and a 6-0 lead going to the third.
Kind of one of the longer matches we've seen here in this first round, and good experience for Kingbird to start out that way.
Yep. And now the Union girl.
Wagner having a little trouble here. We'll see if we move on here to round number 3.
And we start on the feet in neutral position as again, Kingbird with a 6-0 lead here in the third, just underway. Both wrestlers right now just kind of waiting for an opening, trying to see an opportunity here. The Union wrestler here needs some sort of combination of some sort here to try to get at least back in the match. Down 6-0, but Kingbird has held her off so far. You can only go so far here before you got to have a little action here. Now fending off any attempts right now, and how much the Union wrestler has left after the second period there. Kingbird knows she's in control and got her turned over.
There's another, looks like a 3-point takedown.
Okay.
I believe that's a rule change this year, if I remember correctly. And I should have.
Takedown always was 2, but I think they're 3 now.
Yep.
So 9-0 with 47 seconds here in the third. We have a match at 1:10 going on right now on mat 2 involving some other competitors, and a pin there for Solon, I believe.
That was McKenna Rogers of Solon pinning Courtney Halas of Benton Community. South Tama's next wrestler is going to be Livia Smith. Okay. She had a nice season as a freshman. She's a sophomore this year, and she'll be in at the 100-pound weight class. Isletta Kingbird gets it done in the first round, pinning her opponent Ella Wagner of Union Community.
5:36 on the pin time, and again, Kingbird was in control the entire match, and just needed to see that opening there in the third, and took that opening and took that availability, and will pick up a pin for herself, and we'll move on. Nice round for her. And now one South Tama wrestler off the mat on 4. Another one will come on here at 170. Now South Tama will wrestle at 170. Here on mat 4 right in front of us again.
Oh, this is Autumn Ellsbury here.
Okay. And this is...
So this will be South Tama's defending state runner-up at 170, and she is coming out strong against her opponent, Kaylin Dixon of BCLUW. Quick takedown. Dixon kind of fighting her way back to her stomach, but dealing with a flurry of activity here from the junior Autumn Ellsbury.
6-0 turns into a pin in 28 seconds.
Quick start for Ellsbury. She took a loss last year against Briar Blake of North Tama. It was an upset, and Blake managed, to really put together a fantastic season for herself and kind of went into the state tournament. And I believe those two met in the semifinals, and Ellsbury got a comeback win and kind of got a redemption win, but this tournament did not end the way that Ellsbury had hoped last year, and she's off to a good start here today.
So another pin for the South Tama wrestlers. Now we have a little break here, time break in between matches. So we'll have delays like this or periods like this during the evening to let the wrestlers recover. You have to have that time frame where they have the chance to recover from the first match to the next match. One thing about girls wrestling this year, there will be 2 classes of wrestling for this year.
Right. Yep.
So you're going to see not everybody. You're not going to see Iowa Valley wrestle Benton Community at the state. Even though Iowa Valley's got a couple good wrestlers I know coming up here, and. But the two classes, more opportunities.
So I think it's a 2A and a 1A.
Right.
South Tama is in that 2A, but South Tama has a sharing agreement with East Marshall. And last I thought it was GMG, but I don't know that we have any GMG kids on the team this year. So they've kind of bumped themselves up to that 2A. I think that's where they want to be, contending and being a pretty strong program. That seems to fit their competition level right now. Be interesting to see, as the years go on here, if we, if they expand those classes and they get some of those larger schools kind of split off. But South Tama with that sharing agreement up into that larger class size this year, and that'll make, for a more tournament opportunities, more kids qualifying for the state tournament, and it's exciting.